paint's getting on the lens.
That could hurt somebody.
Could hurt me. They're up there somewhere. Try to look over to see a people. Josh, fine.
They're lined up.
Yeah, I see them. See if I can get close up on them. No, I can't because I get too close and get too blurry. I think I got one of them. That's Cindy. It looks like Cindy up front. I don't think it is though.
No, it's not. They're going alphabetical order.
Do they?
Yep.
Why does Cindy doesn't know her alphabet?
Huh?
What happens if Cindy doesn't know her alphabet?
And she's in trouble. But they've been rehearsing this for a month.
Considering she's valedictorian, if she don't know her alphabet, I think she better give up. Watch out, anything you say on this tape is being recorded, Josh.
Yeah. She can get a 93.8 average for all 4 years. She doesn't know her alphabet.
They're moving there. Here they go. Here they come. I got a pretty good view of their hats. I see a bunch of hats going down.
You see the hats floating over the head?
I do. It looks like a floating hat thing going on.
You ain't gonna get to see much because everybody's gonna crowd up against the ropes.
Oh, I'm above them. I can
When they come down here is when you should get them.
I am getting them right now. I can see them perfectly now. I gotta wait for Cindy. Tell me when Cindy gets up there. I'll go back.
Cindy's one of the last people to come out.
I know, but find her for me. Yeah, see, I'm over these people, Josh. Tell Jay to get out of the way.
JD.
Now tell Sean to get out of the way.
Sean!
No, they're not in my way. Find Cindy. Oh wait, now I gotta fix it on the people down there, so find me Cindy, then I'll do this. I think she's already down there. She might be the last one to come down. There's Rob or Cindy, find either one of them. Wow, that's blurry, dude. Huh?
The guy in pink. There's a shot have pink.
Huh? Some of them red.
People are wearing pink.
Some of them are wearing red.
Yeah, red, pink.
Yeah, they're graduates, post-grad. Gosh, I didn't see them come over that way. Yeah, right, Cindy? Nope.
Just look for the one hobbling.
She might be the last one to come down because of that. Cindy or Rob? Pick me one of them. If you can't find Rob, you gotta give up because they're gonna be the tallest guy to come down there, Cindy, right there. Cindy's coming right now, see ya?
Yep, right there.
I can see the hobbling one, that's what I noticed.
Yeah, you can see the head bobbing up and down.
See if I can get on her. Yeah, I got her head, that's it, all I got, damn it. I got her now. She's walking pretty good. Rob, Josh, she's not hobbling.
Probably because she's sucking in all the pain.
Probably. No one, Cindy?
Yeah. She'll do anything to make it look good.
So wouldn't you, Josh?
Somewhere I gotta find somebody.
I got her. No, I lost her. Now I got her again. Yeah, she. Shit. JD. I know, I'm moving around. Shit, unless this clears itself up, I can't do this.
Good evening, everyone. The class of 1999 welcomes you. Will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
No. No, come on.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
JD.
remain standing.
Oh, now we got a
I'd like
big
to
umbrella.
introduce Mabel Busquet, who will sing the national anthem. Mabel.
John, go to give this one up.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts
Go down there and beat that person with the red and white umbrella.
were so
He's like,
gathered
and the person using it. And the person using it is pretty good.
To beat you with the umbrella, dude.
Nothing like a little rain and kind of boost the spirits, you know.
It works for me. I'm all about you. So many people think they need
These are families that text you. 90% of them do.
Josh, you're a text student.
I'm one of the 10% though.
Please be seated, everybody. I just want to say something to the class. I can't say I have an engagement in Rhode Island, but I don't care what anybody tells you. Every single one of you here are worth what you're getting tonight.
Let's see if I can sit down and do this.
Good night and thank you for coming.
That's
Good
nice.
evening, everyone. On behalf of the staff, faculty, administration,
Jock, this isn't gonna work.
students, graduates of the class of 1999.
Can I get in water? All you're gonna get is water all over the lens.
Guests at today is I'd like to welcome you to our rain-soaked, I believe, graduation. So we're going to
I'll keep
speed
it trying.
things up
I'll
and try and
try.
get this
I keep
done as
wiping the
quickly
lens
as we can. I'm Mr. Palladino, and I will serve as your master of ceremonies this evening. I, along with Mrs. Ritchie to my left, are the proud sponsors and class advisors of the class of 1999. Before I introduce anyone else, I can't read anything because everything is so. But I'm going to read this announcement from Mr. Clapp, who is our athletic director. He wanted me to do this as soon as we began. It says, and I quote, "Special thanks from Mr. Clapp. Special thanks from Mr. Clapp for all the time that Jeff Zandeas has spent helping in fundraisers for the varsity club. Jeff also was indispensable during basketball season, selling tickets, soda, candy, and making sure all of our electronics worked up to par. Thank you, Jeff." And that's from Mr. Clapp. Go around. And Mrs. Ritchie sneaked this one in on me. It says, "Mr. Palladino and Mrs. Ritchie would also like to say thank you to Jeff for all of the help that you've done in getting everything organized and in motion for tonight's graduation. Thank you."
Yeah. Kind of blocking out the rain somehow. I don't know. I wouldn't wear it. Hey.
At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the
Hey.
director of our school, Mr. Angelillo, who will give you...
It would take a lot of rain for this to mess up anyway. They're made to be in the rain.
Thank you, Mr. Palladino.
Some of them.
When trying to write my welcoming remarks, I asked a wise and veteran educator for words of wisdom. He said to say, "Goodbye, good luck, and adios." This isn't your graduation, it's theirs. I guess this means I should keep my remarks brief. Secretary of State, educators, parents, honored guests, and the class of 1999, welcome. I am so proud of each and every one of you who is graduating tonight. Never have I seen such a class so rich with talent, enthusiasm, and resolve. One of you is graduating high school with 1 year of college credit. One of you is graduating high school after having pulled together your classmates during difficult times. One of you has spearheaded our public relations effort with several programs honoring Ellis Tech Class
holding the camera, dude.
I'll take the pictures.
And there are many similar stories of teamwork and leadership and camaraderie in each and every one of you. Tonight you leave 4 years at Ellis to the next phase of your life. Take what you have learned to polish your future. Your golden glow in life may be college, or working in your trade, or defending our nation in the military, or starting a family. These are awesome responsibilities with many fears barring your path. But the glow of your dreams and the brilliance of your persistence will make these goals a reality the same way they made them a reality for your parents, teachers, and the speakers you see on the stage beside me. There will be times of joy. There will be times of sorrow. There will be times of indecision. Just remember to embrace the times of joy. Realize times of sorrow are often not in your control. But most important, take time in making decisions. I have found that talking to others about decisions is one of the best ways to make your own decisions. You really need someone to listen in order to collect your thoughts so that you can respond rather than react. You have reached a benchmark in your life. You are getting your diploma. Make a good first impression. Remember, you are a reflection of the school. Keep to your word. Remember, you are a reflection of your family. But most important, keep to your goals and dreams of a happy and fruitful life. You owe it to yourself, and you've earned it. Thank you.
Cindy's right there. I got her hobbling down the aisle.
Thank you, Mr. Angelillo. Michael Helfgott, one of the members of the Connecticut State Board of Education, is our overseeing Board of Education. I would like to introduce him. I hope those are flashbulbs. I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Helfgott.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today. I'm here to extend greetings and congratulations to all of you from my fellow members of the State Board of Education. I want you to know that we're very, very proud of the good work that you've done. You are graduating from a system and a school in the system that is a leader in education in the state of Connecticut. And that may be something you're not aware of. It is the model system in a number of areas that other schools are just beginning to explore. I was chatting with Representative Johnston before about Sheff versus O'Neill and the issue of busing and transportation, and I think this system discovered a long time ago that kids will certainly look forward to a trip on the bus if the school that they're going to is worth going to. We also are a model in terms of participation, in that we involve the community, we involve parents and guardians, and we involve business in the day-to-day matters of this school, in my opinion, better than does any other school district in the state. There is relevancy and currency to what goes on in this school, and that comes by virtue of an appropriate mix of academics and applied courses that you students take. Also, an ongoing refreshment of courses by having business groups look at the curriculum that you are being taught and discussing the relevancy of that curriculum. Because of all of that, in the last few years, you have had the good fortune to be going through this school and this system during what I think has been a renaissance for the system. Others have discovered what many of you have known all along, and that is that this is the jewel in Connecticut. In the last few years, we've had incredible support from all levels of government and the business community, and in fact, two of the leaders of that support are here with us today. And I want to thank Representative Johnston and Secretary of State Beisowitz, who went within the legislature, supported many of our efforts. So again, in closing, I want to congratulate all of you, wish you Godspeed, and know that as you go forward from here today, you take the best wishes of all the members of the State Board of Education. Good luck.
She might drag a bomb out of that.
You never know. She's got her hat like a
Thank you, Mr. Helga.
Hey, your camera sucks.
At this time, I would like to present
Every time you zoom in
to
too close, they get blurry.
Our
I can't zoom in too close because they get blurry.
Jennifer Armstrong.
It won't.
If you get tired, then let me know and I'll do something.
It's not zooming, it's not adjusting.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, guests, and fellow graduates.
What was that?
They're all doing it.
Welcome to the final graduation ceremony of the millennium. Many memories began here at Ellis that made an impact on my life. When I first came as a freshman, I had scared feelings of new beginnings and new opportunities. We made lots of memories in the 4 years we spent together. We've had our ups and downs, but we've always gotten through them. As much as there have been good memories, there have been bad moments. Through some of our many problems these past 4 years, we have become stronger. Luckily, we have two wonderful advisors, Mr. G and Mr. Palladino, who have worked hard to get us a beautiful prom and an unforgettable graduation. The senior class gives you more thanks from our hearts than you could ever imagine. We are walking towards a new era. Most of us have decided to take separate paths. Some will continue to go to college, and some are already successful in their trades. Choosing the right path is quite a challenge for us, and now we are approaching a new obstacle, the real world. For many of us, it's going to be hard. But whatever we choose to do it with pride, honor, confidence, and integrity. Good luck to all graduates. And I have one bit of advice to give the class of 1999. Wear sunscreen. Thank you.
Everyone's done everything. What is this, a baseball game or a... What do we got, a pep rally here?
Oh, no. Different than any graduation
I have one more message to give.
It's like a pep rally, dude.
Steve says he's sorry he couldn't make it and that he will miss everyone.
What the heck, man? Was it a pep rally?
They're all listening from
You didn't get anything yet to party about. I guess everybody can tell the kind of exuberance that this class has, and believe me, this is right there.
Okay. Now this is interesting.
All right, let's get on. Let's not play Mr. Palladino now.
What's up, Josh? You always like this?
Thank you, Jen.
This is one of their good days.
That was tough. Susan Beisowitz was elected Secretary of the State of Connecticut on November 5th, 1998, and is the first statewide candidate for office to win both the primary and the general election since the first statewide primaries were held in 1970. Secretary Beisowitz served 3 terms in the General Assembly as state representative from the 100th District, which includes Middletown, Durham, and Middlefield. Her legislative accomplishments include writing legislation banning gifts from lobbyists. I guess we could take our gift back. And making Connecticut's campaign finance disclosure laws among the strictest in the country. Successfully fighting to strengthen ethic laws and writing a law which prohibits state agency heads from entering into business deals with their own agencies and expanding the state's revolving door laws. As a working parent, she has fought for safer daycare and won passage of legislation providing for stricter health and and safety standards in preschools. After learning from Dr. Kristen Zaroff, a Middletown surgeon, that some HMOs were pressuring doctors to perform mastectomies on an outpatient basis, Ms. Beisowitz called for and won passage of a bill banning, quote, drive-through mastectomies. Secretary Beisowitz is a corporate attorney and a graduate of Yale University and Duke University School of Law.
Tell John to hold this thing for a while.
After practicing corporate and international law at the New York City firm of White and
No,
Case,
it's still on.
she
Just keep
returned
it
to
straight.
Connecticut to practice law at Robinson and Cole in Hartford, where she specialized in corporate and banking law from 1988 to 1992. In 1992, she joined the law department of an insurance company where she practiced healthcare and pension law until 1994. Secretary Beisowitz is the author of Ella, a biography of Governor Ella Grasso, the nation's first woman governor. A native of Middletown, Ms. Beisowitz still lives there with her husband David Donaldson and their 3 children, Ava, Lenya, and Tristan. She is the daughter of Polish and Greek immigrants and a parishioner at St. Mary's Catholic Church. She is a shareholder at the Polish National Home in Hartford and a member of the Polish American Congress, the Connecticut Federation of Polish Americans, and the Hellenic Society. With that background, I think you have one of the most credited and most wonderful speakers that we can have this evening. Let's give a nice warm Ellis family welcome.
Well, the good news is that I think that introduction was longer than my speech is going to be. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for inviting me here this evening. I'm very delighted to be here. You are a very special class. You are the last class to graduate from Ellis Tech in this millennium. So that makes you... And I also have to say that you look very special. You young ladies, you look lovely. You young men, you look very handsome. The parents look so proud. And let me tell you, your teachers look so relieved. There you go. Well, I wanted to tell you that I heard a real funny story as I was leaving the Capitol today. Apparently, the governor recently gave a speech. And he gave out prepared speeches to all the reporters. And he went through the speech, gave it word for word as it was in his prepared text, except he changed one word. He changed the word calamity to misfortune. So after he gave the speech, one of the reporters went running up to him and said, "Governor, what's the difference between a calamity and a misfortune?" And he said, "Well, let me tell it to you like this. Suppose Bob Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, fell into the Connecticut River. That would be a misfortune. But if somebody rescued him and fished him out, that would be a calamity." So we're not going to dwell on the Patriots fiasco, but I did want to point out to you that words make a big difference. They can comfort, they can hurt, they can persuade, they can inspire, and I hope that some of the words that I have for you today will be a positive part of this special evening. As Secretary of the State, I am involved in a lot of different activities. We publish the state Bible of state government, the state register and manual. We register over 100,000 corporations in Connecticut. We also run all the elections in the state, and we encourage people to register and to participate in voting. And I just wanted to mention that because I had some 4th graders in my office last week, and I asked them, I said, "What do you think the Secretary of the State does?" And one little boy raised his hand and he said, "Oh, you take notes for the governor.
Yeah, see where my fingers
And
are?
I said, no, I take notes on the
I know
governor.
what I'm out of focus right now.
So we're going to get down to business right now because in about 10 minutes, I want to do three things.
Heavy on my shoulder.
I'd like to do my best to tell you how to succeed in whatever career you choose. Two, how to make $1 million. Listen closely on that one. And finally, how to help us preserve our democracy. So we're going to start with the easiest one first, and we're going to go to protecting our democracy. Our democracy is in trouble, and I say that because there was just a national poll done several months ago that showed that only 1 in 5 18 to 24-year-olds actually voted. And so the 20% of the 20-year-olds that vote are in contrast to the 80% of the 80-year-olds that vote. And when you start thinking about the future of our democracy and the low participation of young people, it gets to be a big concern. And young people can make a big difference. For instance, in 1992, Bill Clinton actively courted young voters. He went on MTV. He got interviewed on MTV, and so we all know what kind of underwear he prefers to wear. And he promoted his educational agenda in order to win young people's votes, and young people were responsible for him winning his election. One vote can make a difference. In fact, it can change the course of history. And let me just give you 3 examples. For instance, the 19th president of the United States, Rutherford B. Hayes, was elected by 1 vote nationwide. Lyndon Johnson was elected to the United States Senate from Texas by 1 vote. And if he hadn't been, he probably wouldn't have been elected vice president and wouldn't have become the United States president himself later. And in 1923, unfortunately, Adolf Hitler became head of the Nazi Party in Germany by 1 vote. So elections are important, and 1 vote, just 1 vote, has changed the course of our history in this country and in the world. Now, one of the boring things about being in a graduation speech is most people just sit there and listen. So we're going to do something a little different, and I'm going to ask for your help in an exercise that demonstrates how important voting is and why we should never take it for granted. So I'm going to ask the audience, for those of you who are standing up, stay standing, and for those of you who are sitting down, would you please stand up?
Where are we standing up for?
There we go.
Whoopsie daisy.
Okay.
Stop it, Mike, right now.
There we go. Okay, here we go, and we're going to start asking for people to sit down. So first, if you have at least $2 in your pocket or in your purse, if you don't, sit down. If you don't have $2 in your pocket or your purse, sit down. Okay, so there we go. And the reason there you go. And the reason I asked that question is because up until 1964, poll taxes existed in most states. Next, if you have lived at the same address for at least a year? If you haven't, sit down.
I don't really want to play this game anymore.
Residency requirements weren't abolished until 1970. Okay, are you a man? If you're not, sit down.
Oh, there goes half the crowd right there.
Yeah, about time.
Women didn't have the right to vote in this country until 1920. It took us a while to get there. Okay, are you at least 21 years old? If you're not, sit down.
Judy, you can stand there.
We're getting to that, don't worry. Okay, the voting age was lowered to 18 in 1971. Okay, more people are sitting down, I'm noticing. Do you own property? If you don't, sit down. Sit down if you don't own property. Okay, more people are sitting down. It took until the 1800s to allow non-property owners to vote. What religion are you? If you're not a Protestant, sit down. There we go. Religious requirements existed in the early days of our country. So, okay, I think everybody can sit down. As you can see, most people have sat down already. And I think this little exercise shows that the right to vote has been a hard-fought battle, and one that has been extended at no small cost to many people in this country. Now let me ask the graduates of the class of 1999. Raise your hand if you had someone in your extended family that served in the United States military. Raise your hand.
I'm trying to get those speakers in.
There we go. There we go. It's just about everybody. So please keep that in mind. There were people in your family that sacrificed and fought and perhaps died to protect the freedoms that we have in this country. The right to vote is a very precious right, and the only way that we can protect it is to exercise it at every opportunity. And I know that as you leave Ellis Tech, you're going to be thinking about what job you'll take or how you will pursue your career and whether you get married.
Kenneth Lee North.
Oh, really?
He didn't get married. He didn't make it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he didn't make it back to Canada.
Looks like a zoo.
Feel like I'm
What the heck are they doing?
I think volleyball, I guess.
Oh, God.
Volleyball.
Good evening, and welcome to the last Ellis Tech commencement ceremony of the millennium. When I decided that yes, I was going to give a speech, I couldn't decide what to say, due to the fact of the controversy that's gone on all year long. However, through the help and ideas of others, we came up with some memories that stand out far beyond the controversy. Like the Tech Prep traveling party. Team Xerox and Blue Man Group, the senior Boston trip, and the prom trips, and the proms. However, most people don't remember that evening. This year's Tech Prep class over the year has become a very close class. We have helped each other, covered for each other, and partied with each other. All in all, I have been told that the students in this class have matured and strengthened a great deal over the years due to the adult situations we have had to face. To my fellow graduates, walk with your head held high into the millennium, because the saying, save the best for last, is true. Enjoy life and take each day and make it special, because tomorrow it will be a memory. Thank you all. Sit down before you get hurt. Thank you, Ken. Our next address is from a postgraduate student, Eric C. Botts. Let's have a nice warm welcome for Eric.
I don't know when the first time we graduated was.
A while ago.
Good evening, graduates, parents, faculty, and distinguished guests. I would like to first address the teachers and the administrators. Based on my substitute teaching over the past 2 years, I have gained a greater insight into the work that goes into teaching, and would like to thank you for your dedication and devotion to our children. Today we celebrate not one but two events. The first is the graduation of the class of 1999. The second is the cutting, no, the loosening, of the ties between a parent and a child. Because of these two events, I would like to address them separately. And to let you understand my position to speak, 24 years ago I was sitting where the graduates are now, and 2 years ago my oldest son graduated from the same high school. First to the parents, your child or children are now ready to take their first large step on their own. I am sure that as parents, you can remember their first little wobbly step, especially the mothers.
The class of 1999's valedictorian
There you go.
Yep.
is Cindy Ann Mercer.
Jim,
I would like you to welcome
tell JD to sit down. I can't
JD,
see.
move.
to the lectern
His head's right in
of
the
valedictory speech.
JD, you should put the hand.
All I got is JD in there.
Yeah, I got everybody in there. Look at these two.
Welcome, everyone. The 1998-99 school year at Ellis Tech has been one of great uncertainty, but also one of fond memories. The senior class has overcome many boundaries that have been set before us. As valedictorian and a member of the class of 99, I would like to congratulate all of my fellow graduates in accomplishing such a momentous goal in our young lives. I would also like to thank all of you who have helped us reach this goal. Those who have led us through it all and continue to care even as we move forward. Thank you. The last 4 years of my life have taught me a lot about myself and even more about my peers.
That's
We have gone through many things together as a class that has brought us closer than most schools. Just read the Norwich Bulletin. With only a mere 99 graduates, you learn quickly who everyone is. You also learn many things that you didn't want to know about people. This not only provided for quite the conversation and entertainment at Ellis, but it also brought people closer. We as a small school have achieved unity, yet as a society we cannot. This makes me think of something I received on the internet from a friend not too long ago. The person who wrote this is not unlike any of us here today. It was written by someone who learned not to dwell on the inevitably meaningless things in life, but to think of the overall picture it portrays. This person wrote, "We have taller buildings, but shorter tempers, wider freeways, but narrower viewpoints. We spend more, but enjoy it less. We have bigger houses and smaller families, more conveniences, but less time. We drink too much, smoke too much, spend too recklessly, and drive too fast. These are the times of fast food and slow digestion. These are also the days of 2 incomes, but more divorce, of fancier homes, but broken homes. These are the days of quick trips, disposable diapers, and pills that do everything from cheer to quiet and to kill." The person who wrote that was all too true. As a country, being able to stand behind others who are different is unobtainable. Ellis has. In conclusion, I will forever be grateful to all those who have helped me through Ellis in the last 4 years. Everything from the tech prep parties to BSing my way out of trouble, along with the help of a few close friends. There were times here that I thought would never end. Those such as the VICA event, the class trip last year, or even the student council trips this year. And they are even better when you have people like Mr. Lajeunesse with you. Couple that with Jason Skinner and you had quite the experience. We made it through Palladino's speeches, and for the matter, I'd better be getting a grade for this. We also made it through Heidelberger's class, the endless notes and tests, although we always seem to change the subject on him in some respects, and as the saying goes, with our pants down. We ended up in Mr. Gospel's class talking about life's endless problems and how it never happened to us. And what can I say about Mrs. Curtis's class, but the fact that we had quite the time telling the underclassmen it was out the window. Then there was the shop. My area of trade is electromechanical here at Ellis. In shop, we were always challenged to not only think by the book, but to think logically through our hands. Our shop teacher, Mr. Bramlett, helped us achieve success where we always thought impossible, especially myself. This held true for many of the shop teachers in this school, which not only made us into stronger people, but it united us as a school. If you remember one thing about Ellis Tech in your 4 years here, remember the unity. Forget all the BS we had to put up with as seniors, and forget all the things from class advisors to class trips to whatever else happened to us, because inevitably all that will matter is friends. And as I stand here now, I realize that we are leaving here today forever. Never will we be united under one roof again in this lifetime. So my final thought for everyone today is the following. All of us have our own ambitions, our own kinds of dreams to pursue, but wherever our separate paths take us, we will always be the class of 1999 who have been paroled.
Absolutely, Cindy, A+. Yes, it was informative. I have a note here after Cindy's address to call up Justin and Jen.
Our advisors were never really thanked, like how they should be. So I think on behalf of the class, we got gifts for them to show our appreciation, how much they really helped out for us.
They're entertaining. It's unbelievable. They're entertaining, though. That was my graduation went off like this. Actually, yeah.
Wonderful. Ellis's
These
graduation
glasses
was
will
like
stay
this.
on.
I should know.
No?
Because these guys are weird monkeys, like.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm not quite so sure I wouldn't mind my graduation going off like this.
I know, but
It's the first, I think, but
yeah,
I think it would
probably.
probably would have been
All right,
more fun
let's get
sitting
out
down
of
there if I'd
here.
laid down. We wouldn't have fallen asleep.
It's diploma time.
Everyone's just in the crowd.
Yeah. Okay. The presentation of diplomas from Sean Johnston, State Representative, Gene Wisbinski, State Department of Education, and yours and ours, Tony Ritchie, Advisor. Okay. Oh, that was tough. We're going to begin. We're going to begin this evening with our first group of graduates who will receive their diplomas. And this particular group, this first group, is from the Architectural Drafting Program.
You gotta get up and get down there if you're gonna take that.
This is going to be Architectural Drafting.
I think everybody's gonna stand up on you.
Okay, here we go. Let's get underway. Christopher John Contois. Dawn Amelia Gribb. Jason Jeffrey Hopkins. Ron C. Cudzel. Michael J. McCann. James Roulard. And Justin Michael Stavely. Very nice. Our next group of graduates this evening is from the Auto Body Program. Michael John Ventura Jr. Robert David Britland. J. Drew. Russell Labar. Ian D. Peterson.
Smile. He looks so sweet.
Very nice. Oh, that's right, it is in practice. Our next group this evening, ladies and gentlemen, our next group of graduates is from the automotive department. Randy Gene Ezel Jr. Michael R. King. Shara Lamontagne Mark. Brad D. Martell. And finally, from automotive, Sean Philbrook. Okay, our next group of graduates this evening is from the carpentry department, which is also hosting 3 postgraduate students this evening. Like I said, 2. 2.
Yeah, you were taping.
Glenn A. Bankowski.
Really bird kid in the back. Got a really bird on it.
Eric J.
Going up now.
LeBeau.
Look at that thing flying.
Paolo George da Silva Raposo.
I know. God.
Chad E. Therio. And DeRoy Jensen Thornton. Our next group of graduates this evening is from the electrical program. Oh boy.
I have a whole bunch of them.
Jeremy A. Anderson.
Yeah. Not all of it, but I bet that front row.
Michael M. Boutin. Michael Stephen Bovia. John O. Brisson IV. John Joseph Burton. George Drew. Anthony James Durand. Tilden K. Fafford. Christopher P. LaBerge. David Morrison. Robert E. Murray, Jr. Deborah Lillian Perry. Adam J. Reynolds.
Yeah.
Nicholas Trahan. And Eric M. Tyler. Okay, our next group of enthusiastic graduates is from the electromechanical program.
That's pretty good. That's nice. Oh, man. Thanks, man.
Callie L. Dumas. James Edgar Fontaine. Jennifer Ann Kurtz. Jason Robert LeBeau. Kimberly A. LeBlanc. Cindy Ann Mercer. Heather Louise Morse. Kenneth Lee Norin. Billy Thomas Peltier. And finally, Adam J. Smith.
They're so Jamie. Sure you are.
Smells like JD
Our
was
next
crying.
group coming up from the electronics shop. Electronics.
Going that direction, we're working our way down with all the graduates. Just opening up for it. Josh, look at Phil, watch that too.
Hair in my eyes. Rubbing their shoulders.
No.
Corey Anderson. Craig J. Fitch. Daniel H. Huff. Elizabeth Ann Kitt. Jason Shane Skinner.
closet and have to hold that thing.
Jamie Renee
Huh?
Wordy.
You just sit like that and then that's it. You should get the cramp on it. Let's use it.
E. Armstrong.
Hey, come on, see that, man.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Watch.
Did you put on pause?
No. I don't know where the buttons are.
Timmy?
Yeah,
Did you put it on pause?
No, it's still recording.
Tabitha Christie Bonet. Melissa Joy Ezel. Crystal Evelyn Fontaine. Danielle Dawn Freeman. Tiffany Ann Hornacek. Jennifer Irene Pizenti. Jessica A. Rock. Rachel Lynn Rondo.
I didn't think so.
And Jennifer Elizabeth Windrow.
Commercial brought you home.
Our next group of graduates this evening is from Manufacturing Technology.
If you want to stay, Ma, I'll take you home.
No, I'll stay.
Jason
You gonna
J. Osier.
Are you ready? Take my seatbelt on.
Jason J. Church.
Dixie. How am I going to carry all these chairs up myself?
Michael will help you.
Judy and Timmy will help you. Yeah, sure they will. I'll tell Timmy.
Stephen Ellsworth Cutler. Heidi Elizabeth I.
They're in.
Russell D. Freeman. Matthew John Chaikin. Michael J. Mayo. Ronald Edward Miller Jr. John A. Mullen. Kevin James Richmond. And Paul R. Stockwell Jr.
He's like, I gotta leave my home. Our next group of graduates is from the Masonry Department.
You were talking,
Corey J. Blanchett. Christopher Charles Sharris. Jonathan Edward Colburn. Scott Thomas Florence. Merton W. Hart III. Chester Elmer Phillips Jr. Ray V. Phillips. Jonathan J. Saucier. And finally, but not least, Maurice Carlos Smith, Jr. Our next group of graduates is from the Mechanical Drafting Department.
Wesley's retrieving ball. I don't know. Hey, Wesley's becoming a ball boy.
Michael Edward Arpin. Brandy Lee Bergheimer. Nathan John Coffey. Stacey Ann Glode. And Laura Ann Grenier. Happy birthday, Laura. What a group of students. And I don't want anybody to know that they pay us for the jobs that we do because we love every single second of it. The last group to receive diplomas this evening, postgraduate group from computer repair.
Hey, Justin. Say Carla. Where you put Mr. Cherry in the back?
In the trunk. Hold up. Get my keys out of my pocketbook.
Okay. We're gonna unload these things right now. You really want it.
If I could read this. That by the time a person reaches the age of 16 years old, he or she would have received 140,000 negative comments. On the other hand, by the time that they're 16, they only would receive 10,000 positive comments. And these guys absolutely the best. Oh boy. All right, let's get out of here before we get the thunder and the lightning. Let me, before we close out, I need to do two things. Introduce Mr. Angelillo to close, and then introduce Liz for the turning of the tassel. Okay? So let's get Mr. Angelillo up here to close with his remarks, and then Liz, after Mr. Angelillo finishes, come up and lead us in the turning of the tassel.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Palladino. I want to thank you all for attending our commencement exercises. This is Ellis's last class of the millennium, as it has been said. Be proud of them because you know how to use computers. Be proud of them because they know how to run things without the computers. They're a class of wisdom and experience, not just habit and routine and specialization. Their graduation in our future has been and will continue to be a collective effort. Remember this in the months ahead. But for today, enjoy the moment. Savor it. Rejoice in it. Don't let the memory fade. Smile from ear to ear. It is a happy time for all. I know it's a happy time for me.
Thank you. Elizabeth, the stage is yours.
Okay, everybody please stand. Good evening again. In conclusion to the 1999 commencement exercise, I would like to thank the teacher and the parents on behalf of the senior class for helping us get through the past 4 years. A special thanks to Mr. Palladino and Mrs. Ritchie. We could not have done it without you.
Michael, I'm trying to do something.
I would also like to
You're gonna get your ass
thank
kicked.
my fellow graduates and express my gratitude toward them for making the senior year a most memorable one. And I'm sure we all feel the same. Congratulations and good luck